Okay, guys, for newbies, you'll be wondering what the GRE is about. This video will let you know what the GRE is about, the structure of the exam, how the exam is scored, and I'll give you some tips regarding preparation for the exam. So, what's on the GRE? Now, what do you need it for? Of course, you need it for graduate school and business school. Now, to let you know that most business schools now are taking GRE instead of the GMAT. So you find so many students writing the GRE or sitting for the GRE instead. It's good to let you know that there was an old system and it was phased out. So we have a new GRE. Now the new GRE, it's made up of 3 major sections. So we have what we call the analytical writing. We have the verbal section, and we have the quantitative section. Now, what are these? So the analytical writing section is basically made up of 2 essays. So we call it AWA or AW. So we have 2 essays in there, and issue analysis, or analyze an issue. And then we have analyze an argument. So you'll be presented with an issue topic for you to respond to, and then you'll be presented with another argument for you to respond to. So each section or subsection takes 30 minutes. So in all, we have 60 minutes for the analytical writing section. Now, how is it scored? So it is scored over 6 in 0.5 increments. So it means that you can score 0.5, 1, 1.5, 2, 3, 3.5, 4.5, 5.5. or 6. So how does a good score look like? A good score on the analytical writing section depends on your graduate degree program and what the department requires. So for some schools they require 4, some schools might go as low as 3. So it depends on the department or the graduate school. So if you have in mind some list of schools, you might want to check with them what they require for the analytical writing section. It's good to know that some schools do not, or some departments do not require a cutoff for the analytical section. But it's good to get a good one, especially for those going to graduate school for a thesis, a master's, or a PhD. They are interested in a very good score on the analytical section. Now the next section is the verbal section. Call it the feared section. The previous GRE, verbal, was a bit straightforward. The new GRE is slightly tough. That's not to discourage you, but it's made up of 3 major subsections. We have a sentence equivalence, we have sentence completion, and then we have a comprehension. So over here you have 20 questions spread across these subsections, and then you have 30 minutes. So roughly you have 1 minute 30 seconds for each question. So most cases you have 5, 5, 10. You can have 8, 6, 6. So you can see so much weight goes into the comprehension. How does a typical sentence equivalence look like? How does sentence completion question look like? And obviously you know what comprehension looks like. So let's take a look. So for a sentence equivalence, you have some writings and then a space with another writing. It's a blank actually. And then you have options from A to F. So you will have to choose 2 options that will fit in here and make the sentence complete. So usually you have some words here and you must choose 2. So it means if it's A and D, you select them, they must fit into the sentence and make complete sense. Let's take a look at one sentence equivalence example. He loves people. He is. So you can have A challenge, B C D E and then F. Obviously it's continuous in one straight line. So he loves people. He is. So we are choosing 2 words that will fit and make the sentence complete. So we have nonchalant, taciturn, gregarious, loquacious, tacit, and personable. So most cases you choose 2 words, and those 2 words are usually synonyms that will fit and make the sentence complete. So he loves people. If you love people, then obviously you are gregarious or personable. So those are the 2 words that will fit and make the sentence equivalent. So that's how a sentence equivalent looks like. Now let's take a look at sentence completion. So with sentence completion, you have some sentences or phrases with spaces, and then you are supposed to complete them with the choices. So you have a group I, and then you have A, B, C, and then with some words that will fit for this space I. So this will be the group I, and then you have group II with D, E, and F. Then you have some words or phrases that will fit for space II. You have group III. I have J, H, and I with some words that should fit here. Now when you have 3 spaces or 3 dashes or 3 blanks like this, then we expect that if you choose this and it's correct, if you choose that and it's correct, and you choose this and it's correct, then you have 1 point. But if any of them is wrong, then the whole you get 0. You don't get a mark. It's wrong. So that's what made the new GRE really tough. Because in the old GRE, you have just A, B, C, and D, and then the 3 words continue like that. So if you can make some good guesses and fill 2 blanks, and you don't know about the third blank, you are likely to get it right. Over here, separate list of words for first blank, separate list of words for second blank, separate list of words for third blank. Any mistake in any group, you get 0 in there. So that's how the sentence completion looks like. In the comprehension, you have an essay to the left, you read through, and then questions follow, like any other comprehension set of questions. So that's the verbal. Now, how's the verbal scored? We have two sections on the verbal. So you have a first verbal. That's 20 questions, 30 minutes. Then you have another set, same 20 questions, 30 minutes. So you have 40 questions and 40 points. Now these 40 points are between 130 to 170. So it means that if you get just 1 out of 40, your score for the verbal is 131. If you get 30 out of 40, your score for the verbal is 60. Oh, that's a pretty good score on the verbal. If you hit the middle mark, then obviously you have 150 score. So if you go to the test and you have 131, then obviously you scored only 1 point out of the 40 questions. That's least likely, right? You're not going to get a score. Trust me, you won't. Now let's take a look at the